What's up, everybody? Quick video. Now, this video is going to be about eating meat and trying to get results in meditation. Now, I know a lot of people out there that eats meat and still meditate, and they get somewhat of a good result. I mean, it may not be the result on like the level of those that don't eat meat, but they still get like a level, like some type of result. And a lot of the times it's just that results are just like, calming the mind and becoming more relaxed. They can't really tap into the spiritual realm. And those that do usually don't have positive outcomes. Like a lot of the times this is where you get like the people that tell you don't open the pineal gland because you'll see a lot of crazy things, and it's crazy. You'll see like these shadows, and that's because they eat meat most of the time. When you eat meat, you will be on the lower perspective of the pineal, not the pineal, of the spiritual realm. When you eat meat, you're going to attract lower entities. You're going to be in a lower state in that meditation because of the meat. One, when you eat meat, that animal's DNA is becoming intertwined with your DNA, which alters it, of course, and causes radicals to like start growing in your system. As the radicals begin to grow more and more, you may develop cancer. So that's one reason why you shouldn't eat meat. And the second reason would be if you're trying to tap into the spiritual realm and you're trying to attract like higher spirits, you need a cleaner system. They say cleanliness is close to godliness. So, of course, you want to keep your vessel clean. And the way of doing that is not eating meat. I mean, a lot of people out there may have their objections against me saying this, but it's like, okay, you show me a high level, like, master teacher that eats meat, and I'll give you $1 million. Because every master or every so-called master knows that meat contaminates your body because of that. Because it latches on, like that animal's DNA latches on to your DNA. Which, another thing is, your DNA is very important because once you like go into the higher levels of meditation, you begin to go into the Akashic records. And where's the Akashic records located? They're located in the DNA. Your Akashic records is located in your DNA. Every past life, every family member in that bloodline, like every grandparent in that bloodline, I should say, all their knowledge is passed on to you in your DNA. So by you eating some animal, like whether it's pork, beef, chicken, whatever, fish, you're ingesting their DNA. So it alters yours. So why would you want that? Another thing, when you eat meat, it comes out in your pores. Like you have a heavy odor. Like I noticed that was one of the things when I stopped eating meat. One of the things that happened was when I perspired, like I didn't have a bad odor like everybody else. That of course when you work out, you're going to be a little musty, but I wasn't like really like musty like when I worked out. And it's still like that's how it is still. Like I don't get like real sweaty. I don't have a heavy body odor, heavy body odor when I exercise. And also, like, as above so below, your soul or your light body, whatever you want to call it, whenever you astral project out of your body, you don't carry that stink, that odor into the spiritual realm or the metaphysical realm, whichever one you want to call it. You don't have that odor. And that's another thing too to add on to that, that odor is what attracts the lower entities. Because of course, like fear, they can smell fear. And it may not be your fear, but of course, how that animal was killed, it died in a fearful state. So that animal's fear becomes your fear. And that's another reason why a lot of people say you shouldn't meditate and don't try to open your third eye, because you'll see these things and you'll see this thing. And like, that's because they're not on a good diet. I mean, nobody's perfect. Too much of a good thing is a bad thing. But if your bad thing is going to be meat, then you might as well not even like try to meditate. I mean, you're better off like just not worrying about like the spiritual realm. And by me adding on to like too much of a good thing is a bad thing, that doesn't necessarily means like you can eat meat every once in a while. No, what I'm saying is you can have like a snack or whatever to where you balancing out your system, because that's another thing that we don't understand, like, or a lot of us when we first become vegans or whatever, like you can have certain foods, like for example, there's vegan bakeries. So having like a little snack from a vegan bakery every now and again, like, you know, it's not going to hurt you. Because one, when you become a vegan and you, for example, you're a raw vegan, you start to take out like good nutrients from your body. Like your body starts to like get rid of all the mucus in your body. And there's mucus in the body that is actually good, because of course it helps with the digestion. It's in the digestive tract. It helps move the food along. It helps also to break down the foods and stuff. So you do need mucus in the body. And what happens is when you're like a full-blown vegan, raw vegan, and you're not like balancing, like, you know, you not having like a cheat day every once in a while, like probably once in a blue moon or so, you start to eat away at the good enzymes, the good mucus in your body. So a lot of people, like, they had to stop that. Their doctor told them they had to stop that. But, you know, I don't really care what the doctors say, but they did look sickly on that page. So, I mean, hey, I guess the doctor was right on that call. But as far as eating meat and trying to develop a spiritual lifestyle, it's a no-go. It's not going to help you one bit. You're just going to like attract lower entities to you, because again, you have that energy from that animal that you consume, and it's going to come out you, whether in the spiritual world or this physical world. That stink is going to release through the pores, and it's not going to be a good thing. You want to keep your body healthy. Again, meat also it make you age faster too. It make you age faster. Like it's like the saying goes, you are what you eat. Like, you're gonna age fast. Most animals age fast, of course. Like cows, I think they have a life expectancy of like 30 years or so. So they age fast. So you consuming that animal, you're gonna start looking like, you know, older person, like, even though you're young. Like, there's people that I grew up with that I look younger than. We're the same age and everything, and you probably never guess my age. But again, this is for the people out there eating meat and trying to develop that spiritual path. Like, you have to let that go. It's a hard thing to do, but you have to let it go. But I'm not gonna let y'all like go out or pretty much cold turkey, because that's almost impossible. You're gonna have cravings and everything. So this is how I weaned off of that. First, I stopped eating pork, because one, pork is very, very toxic. Pork is probably the worst animal you can eat, because it has over 1,000 parasites in it alone. So I like stopped eating pork. Then I stopped eating beef, because one, beef takes a long time to digest, and it's too heavy for your stomach. It wears your stomach down. Second is chicken. Chicken it may not be as bad as like beef and pork, but it kind of is on some levels, because if you throw something down, a chicken will eat it. Like, it was a guy on the bus like a long time ago. He was telling me before I had my awakening. He was like, "You eat chicken?" I was like, "Yeah, I eat chicken." He said, "What's the difference between a chicken and a pig?" I said, "Well, pigs are dirty." He said, "Chickens are just as dirty. You could spit in a chicken and eat it. Like, you could do anything. A chicken will eat it. Whatever you do, whatever you throw out there, a chicken will eat it." And it woke me up. So I was like, I stopped. Like, that's one of the reasons why I kind of became a vegetarian. And crustacean is just like, it's like the pigs of the sea. They eat waste, they eat everything. And I stopped that like right after chicken, as well as fish. Now, fish, a lot of people are pescatarians. Fish is like okay for some people, but for me, it's an animal, it's a living thing, so therefore you can't consume it, because of course that DNA is going to attach to your DNA. And also, fish have a lot of mercury in it. And if you see my flu video, I explained to you the effects that mercury have on the body. It can kill you, and it also damages the nervous system. So would you really want that in your body, let alone try to meditate with that in your body? I mean, lead in the water is already bad, but mercury is like 10 times worse than lead, on the fact that like it can like damage your nervous system. It could kill you. Most importantly, it could kill you. So that's one thing that we all need to stop. Like, stop eating living, breathing animals. Become more of a vegetarian. If you can't like let go certain foods, like slowly incorporate like a vegetarian diet or a vegan diet into your like rotation. If you can't afford that, then try your best to fast, meaning not eat like for a certain period of time. Like, if you ate like last night, like say about 6 at night, or 6 in the evening, you would fast until like 6 in the morning. Like, you want to at least do 8 to 12 hours, but if you can't, at least 6 at the very minimum. But that's all. Hopefully like this video clear up a lot for like those that are out there eating meat and don't have a understanding on how it affects the meditation, or the process of meditation, and your growth in the spiritual realm. But to the next video, peace.